Hi, this is Monty from Mopart Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on all our cars that we tend to keep in stock. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly walk around the car and I'll give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now, these videos do tend to take about 8 to 10 minutes long, so I'll be as quick as possible. We'll try and be as detailed as possible in our videos as well. The reasons we tend to do these videos, it's all about honesty, integrity and trust. So if you live 4 miles away or 400 miles away, when you come to view the car, it should be as described. Now, we are all human. I might miss 1 or 2 little stone chips here and there, but I'll try and be as thorough as possible. Now, it's getting sort of latish in the day. I'm in a public park, so you may see people walking past, and unfortunately we've got a bit of glare from the sun. Now, please feel free to do any checks that you need to do on the car. There is the registration number. There's no advisories on the current MOT. Next service is due in just under 12,000 miles, and that was recently done by us. We've also fitted a set of new front brake pads and discs onto this particular car. Now, the model, it's a Renault Clio Dynamique TomTom, so it's got navigation in the car. Because it's a Dynamique, it's got quite a few standard features. And the alloy wheels on these are slightly sort of darker to the body of the car, so like a gunmetal grey, and the same as the mirrors. So I mentioned to you, my name is Monty. Please feel free to read any of my reviews on Auto Trader. They're all genuine reviews. They're all verified purchases. Every one of them being really, really good, 5-star. But I'm bound to get a bad one soon. It's going to happen. But we try our best at Mopart Vehicles. So what we'll do, we'll tend to start off on the front of the car. Now, I must tell you, this particular car has covered 118,750 miles. It's a one-owner car. Most of its life it's been serviced by Renault. It's had a cam belt change back in October 2015 when it covered 72,000 miles. But believe me, this car drives like it's only done 58,000 miles. So please come and try. What I'll do is, if the car isn't as described, I'll pay for your fare journey or your fuel to get back home, etc. All right, so what we'll do, we'll start off on here. So now, with 118 and nearly 119,000 miles on the clock, most of it being motorway miles, the front of the car is probably going to be the worst affected. So you are going to have a few stone chips on the front bumper and a few stone chips on the bonnet, but again, it will be really, really hard to pick up in the camera. They're not that many, to be fair, for the mileage that this car's done, but there will be stone chips along the front. Please, please, please don't expect a brand new car when you turn up. She is coming up to what, she's 5.5 years of age, nearly 6 years of age, so please don't expect a brand new car. Okay, tyre tread on this car, it's got approximately between 6 and 5 mm tread all the way round. Okay, now on the front wing you've got a couple of little stone chips here, and then with the alloy wheels, again you're going to have a few little stone chips here and there. Some of them been touched up, but there are going to be a few little stone chips here and there. Okay, let's go down the whole side. Hopefully you can try and pick up some reflections. I'll try and move the camera as slow as possible, but it's all nice and bright, really good reflections. Now, you're going to have 1 or 2 little trolley dents on the side of the car here, and I'll try and point them out to you, but they're very tiny. A couple of little ones just along that seam, but again, if I zoom out a little bit you wouldn't really see them. They're actually really tiny, really small. Okay, let's just go down this side. Hopefully you can try and pick up some sort of reflections down there. Moving that really slow. And again, rear tyre, plenty of tread in rear tyre. Alloy wheel, this is probably, the rear ones tend to be the best ones because they're the ones not that so well. This side isn't the closest to the curb, but wheels look really good there. Right, let's just briefly show you inside. Now, I've got 2 keys with this car. Brand new set of mats are in the vehicle. As I mentioned, 2 keys with it, fully working. Try and show you all the seats. Now, again, with this seat, all 3 seats, passenger seats are all fine. I'd probably say the driver's one is the worst. It's got a couple of little bits, marks here where the leather is, so you've got half leather interior in this, just a couple of little bits and pieces on there where the leather, you know, when you sit in, it tends to flex it a little bit and it's sort of started to crack there. Right, just wanted to point that out. Not everybody will point that out to you. Apologies from the glare of the sun. I'll try and hold the camera a bit higher up. Might be a bit better. So you've got your TomTom navigation in there. There'll be lots of pictures with me showing you all working. You've got your Bluetooth for your phone. You've got your air conditioning, which is nice and cold. You've got your remote down there for your navigation to work. Okay, lots of controls, lots of buttons, lots of things to play with. Now this particular car's got cruise control, so you've got the buttons on the steering wheel and you've got the cruise control down there, and it's got a speed limiter, so you can limit your speed as well. If we show you back of the car, hopefully you can try and pick up. It's all nice and clean in here. Again, I mentioned it's a brand new set of mats in the car. The rear part of the seats really don't look like they've been sat in, to be fair. Okay, let's just open the boot. All nice and clean in the boot. Rear light working fine. Now, while we're in the back or round the back of the car here, just a couple of things just to highlight to you. There's a couple of hairline scratches that go along the boot. Again, that tends to happen quite a lot. People putting stuff on the edge of the bumper. Sorry, not the boot, the edge of the bumper, and then sliding it in. I just wanted to show you that. Again, the rest of the bumper looks okay. Couple of little stone chips, but again, just tiny things really. But I just wanted to point them out to you. Okay, let's just go around this side here as well, the passenger side. Now this rear wheel, again, it's in good condition. Michelin tyre on that. Okay, let's hopefully, again, we still got the sun. Just trying to show you this passenger side, which again, all looks nice and bright. Now you've got a couple of little dents on here, and I'll point them out to you. One, just here on the wheel arch. Again, if I zoomed out, or it's in a picture, you really wouldn't see it. So we just want to point these out to customers. You've got a tiny little dent along there as well. Okay, with a tiny little scratch, but it's tiny. You know, I'm just being overcritical on certain things on the car. Now, probably the worst wheel on this particular car will be the near side front. Okay, that has got a few scuffs on there. It has been touched up previously. Try and show them to you. You can probably see a new set of brake pads or brake discs in there as well, but you've got a few little scuffs on that wheel. Again, if I zoom out, you won't really make them out too much, but again, I just want to point them out. Okay, now looking down the side of the car, hopefully we'll try and get a good side, a good reflection. And again, you can see there's some no dulling of paint. All looks really nice and bright. So let's just quickly show you inside the passenger compartment. Right, you can probably see now on the driver's seat the bit that I mentioned, just over there, it's just starting to crack. It's quite common on these with the half leather when you get in to the car. But all the rest of it all looks lovely. All nice and clean in there. 5-speed manual transmission. Mentioned to you about, we've got air conditioning. It's all super ice cold. The air conditioning has been topped up. Now, one thing to mention, when you see some pictures of my engine bay, we do not jet wash any engine bays whatsoever. None are jet washed. It's all cleaned. So we're coming up to about 9.5 minutes now. So I'll just quickly go over the front again. A few stone chips here and there. A couple around that side there. A few on here. But again, it's to be expected. The car has done 118,750 miles, but believe me, the car drives like it's done less than half that. Anyway, so I just wanted to thank you very much for your time. If there's any particular vehicle that you see, Motor Park Vehicles, that you inquire about, please send us an email. Please get in touch on the phone. We'll get back to you straight away. Or if it's this particular car, you better be quick, because I don't think it will hang around too long. Not at this price anyway. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.